Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on the BYP Speaker Circle Session March edition at BYP Network. We are super excited to have everyone here this evening. The topic for this month is centered on the AI Skills Audit, future-proofing your career in the next 5 years. We all know we live in an era currently where having AI skills is no longer optional, but the question is what AI skills are needed or are relevant for a career trajectory or anywhere we find ourselves, in this era. But before we get started, let us go through the agenda for today. So we have intro about BYP, we have the founder and speaker's profile, discussion, question and answer, and closing. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is BYP Network. It simply stands for Black Young Professional. The young is young at heart. BYP Network was founded in 2016 by Kike Oniwinde-Agoro to ensure that Black students globally benefit from career opportunities, to offer visibility and business support. It was inspired by the lack of Black representations beyond sport and entertainment, and Kike created BYP to diversify talent pipelines and drive change. So today, BYP Network has grown into global movement, empowering Black professionals through career opportunities, mentorship, and industry connections. And as a connector, BYP links members to job, mentors, events, and thought leadership while partnering with top organizations to drive workplace diversity and leadership growth. Our vision is to change the Black narrative. If this is your first time here, you can also join our WhatsApp community where we share updates on job, exciting events like this one, and valuable content tailored for Black professionals. You can either scan the QR code, but also the link will be shared in the chat very soon, where you can also join the community via the link. And if you're watching us anywhere in the globe right now and you would love to be a mentor at BYP Network, or you also love to share your expertise and experience at BYP Network, or you would like to start a BYP chapter in your location, a link will also be in the chat where you can express your various interests. About our founder and CEO, Kike Oniwinde-Agoro is the founder and CEO of BYP Network, a multi-million-pound company advancing the careers of Black professionals globally. She wears a lot of hats, and our bio is very, very robust. You can follow her on LinkedIn, Kike Oniwinde-Agoro, to also follow our journey. Yes, so if you're not following on LinkedIn yet, you can definitely do that now. About our amazing speaker, Padebi Ojomo. She is an AI enablement consultant and trainer and founder of the GPT Club, a membership community empowering UK professionals to implement AI in their careers and businesses. With over 15 years in digital marketing, she has trained more than 24,000 professionals across 17 countries, specializing in making AI accessible for non-technical individuals. As digital marketing lead at Smartbox Assistive Technology, Padebi has delivered measurable results, including 445% growth through AI-powered future launches. She is a Meta lead generation trainer, an agent ambassador, combining practical AI implementation with proven marketing strategies. Padebi won the UK Global Talent Award for exceptional talent in digital technology and has been featured by BBC and The Guardian. She previously founded Social Media School based in Milton, and with her husband and 2 daughters, she delivers workshops that bridge the gap between AI possibility and practical application for working professionals. She's definitely a powerhouse in this area, and we are super, super excited to have her in the room this evening. Over to you, Padebi. Thank you all for joining once again.
Can you confirm you can hear me, please? Is my audio
Yes,
good?
absolutely. Yes, you can.
Awesome. So thank you for having me. And it's just a delight to be here, guys. And it's amazing how we have people from all over the world, Romania, Peru, Portugal. It's unbelievable. But irrespective of where you are in the world, there's one thing we can all agree on is that AI is disrupting everywhere, all industry, at an unbeatable rate. I say unbeatable because it's almost like each week there's a new advancement, there's a new release, there's something different happening. And I mean, I'm an AI consultant and I cannot keep up. And if I cannot keep up, how will ordinary people that are not even into AI be able to keep up? But what I want to do really first is just feel the pulse. Who else here feel AI is? Two questions. One, AI is overwhelming. There's just so much, there's so much to take in. One. And then the other question is, AI is going to take my job. Who here has heard that and has that fear that AI will take their job? I need to see your feedback in the chat box. So Shay says, I can't keep up. I agree with you, my sister. I don't know if you're a girl or a guy, but I feel you 100%. I can't not keep up. It is mental, right? And I'm sure many people here will feel the exact same way. It's moving so fast. Shama said, not intimidated by AI, but looking for strategies to embrace it effectively. Amazing. And I think really that's the mindset we should all have. Don't even try to keep up. It's not point. However, if you have that mindset that you are ready to, I think the word is just stay curious with AI. And hopefully at the end of this workshop, I will be able to give you a roadmap to be able to do that. Question number 2, one outcome you would like to take at the end of this workshop. At the end of this workshop, what is one thing that you would like to live with? Because I will be covering a lot of ground, no doubt. And I said, you don't need to take everything I know applied to you. Many things will be a bit too high, maybe even a bit too basic for you, which is okay. But I need you to have one outcome in mind. At the end of this workshop, what would I like to live with? I'll keep reading the chat. And I'm really enjoying seeing different people's perspective. Eric said, not so much about AI, but those who know how to agree, 100%. There's that saying that AI will take your job, but lots of people will go ahead to say, AI is not going to take your job. The person that can use AI will take your job. And Olufemi said, AI slow, but will AI slow take us? I mean, yeah, okay. A very, 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 very valid point. Very, very valid point. I said, I'm really excited seeing your point of view. Live 20-year technical experience and join AI's full professional need answers, please, by session end. Amazing. And I did the exact same thing, guys. So my background is in marketing. I'm marketing for over 20 years. But the minute AI became a thing, I started playing with the tools because then ChatGPT was not even in existence. I started playing with the tools, and then I saw how much potential we had, and I went straight in. And if I can do it, so can you, right? So I'm just going to share my slide really quickly. I don't know if you can give me a heads up that you can't see my slides, okay?
Yes, we can.
Oh, let me just make sure that it is the right size and we're good to go. Cool. So, of course, today's topic is AI skill audit because the goal really is to audit your skill to make sure that, hold on, I don't think I'm getting the full, it's not giving me what I wanted to give me exactly. Okay, is this full screen? Can you say full screen? Is it okay the way it is? No?
No. Yeah.
Okay, let me stop sharing and see what I can do back end. So as I was saying, really, the goal is to make sure that at the end of this workshop, you have the toolkit on exactly how to not just use AI, but audit yourself such that you can say, okay, here's the gap. Here's what I can do about it. That really is the goal of this workshop. Now, let's jump right in. So a bit about myself. I think I should do you a bit of honors to give you just a little bit of heads up about who I am and why you should listen to me. So, of course, my name is Padebi Ojomo. I always say if you want to know the best about me, just Google my name. You see a lot of stuff I've done over the years, over the decades. But most importantly, I'm a Meta lead trainer. I'm a Agent ambassador. I'm a Jotform partner. And I'm a member of the International Association of AI Consultants. I've done lots of work with Facebook before they became Meta back then in Nigeria, before I relocated to the United Kingdom based off the work I've done with Facebook. Well, Meta, between Facebook and Meta, with Meta and its sister apps. Lots of enablement and training. I've been training for over 15 years. Most of the work I do is around enabling people use digital technology to grow their business, grow their career, improve themselves, and to be more productive in life. So, of course, back then when I was in Nigeria, I was a lot of work with Facebook, specifically for SMEs. But here in the UK is using tools, lots of tools. I don't want to talk about tools because I'm very tool agnostic, to actually improve their productivity, grow their career, and grow their revenue using AI. I said, I'm a training junkie. I'm training for such a long time, and I absolutely love imparting knowledge. I love teaching people. I love empowering the next generation, because I know that with knowledge and with skill, you can change the world. You can improve your life. You can make lots of money, and you can live the quality of life that you truly deserve. Many of us are shortchanging ourselves in our career today. Many of us are not living to the large extent that we want to. Why? It's just a knowledge gap. Because if you know exactly what to do, you will do it. True or false? But we do not know what to do. We do not know the right steps to take. There are lots of things we need to learn. And sometimes we jump through a project management training to BA to this, just trying to figure out exactly what to do. And I would say I'm the enabler. I help you bridge the gaps from where you are to where you want to be. And I did mention a bit about my community social media school. I have a new community now called the GPT Club. And I'm going to talk to you guys on how to join if you want to improve your skills moving forward towards the end of this training. I'm going to start by telling you about two women, Smart Cindy and Slow Sarah. Now, I literally got the story from the story of my mom, because when my mom was, I think back then in the 60s, she used to work in an insurance company in Yaba. The name of the company was Unique Insurance. Back then, she was a clerk, so they used to use typewriter. But after a while, they introduced the computer. There were no laptops then. It was an analog, those big analog computers. I don't know, many of you are Gen Z, you probably know those big analog computers that usually are very old and ugly, and the interface is terrible. So most of her colleagues started going to night classes to actually learn how to use the computers, but she wasn't interested. So I kind of built the story of her, specifically of her story. So Smart Cindy and Slow Sarah. So these two women had jobs in the exact same company. They were clerks, and they were very comfortable using their typewriter, and they'd used it for so long that with their eyes closed, they knew how to go through the QWERTY board, how to type. They were really good at what they did. A few years later, though, the computer was introduced, and Simbi jumped on it. Simbi started learning how to use the computer. She jumped right in. She started getting career. She enrolled in classes. She learned how to use basic Microsoft Word, how to use Excel, how to use PowerPoint, but that was all that was available then. She actually went to a computer school to learn, even despite the fact that she was actually, a woman that had family. She challenged herself to improve herself. However, Sarah could not be bothered. Sarah was like, oh, please, I can't be bothered. I'm happy with where I am, and I'm just going to stay here. When it was time for the company to downsize, guess who they laid off? And guess who kept her job? You guys might guess right. Sarah grew her career really, really quickly. She not just became the head of the department, she was promoted 3 times in a year. And she then grew the capacity to start teaching other people in our organization how to use the basic computers to grow their career, to improve their processes, to make sure their output is cleaner, more refined, and quicker. And this is exactly where we are for most of us, really, as professionals. 91% of employees, they want to improve their AI skills, but only 15% are actually currently using AI. And whilst we know there's a big demand for it, there is a severe shortage in AI skills. And that's why 35% of mid-level employees are experiencing the greatest disruption, which is lack of the right or adequate AI training. Yes, I'm sure if you go to YouTube, you'll find lots and lots of AI trainings that are out there. But which one of them is tailored to professionals? Which one of them is tailored to you? There are 1,001 things to learn. And that's the divide that lots of professionals are actually dealing with currently. And I'm here to assure you of one thing, which is AI isn't here to replace you, right? It's more of thinking from, am I going to be replaced or am I going to be left behind? Just as the case of Simbi and Sarah. You have a choice. You either want to be Cindy or you want to be Sarah. So the question is, what path will you be on? I should also mention quickly that AI is not replacing entire professionals. It is not possible for AI to replace people 100%. However, AI will replace routine, boring, commoditized, repetitive tasks. That is what AI is going to replace. And the skills that got you here will not get you there. It's not going to get you to the next level when it comes to AI, because AI is moving really fast and lots of jobs are being augmented, not replaced. So the whole essence is if you upskill, you will then be able to use AI as a tool, as a technology to augment what you're doing, to improve your output, improve your productivity, and help you churn out good quality work faster. So while lots of people will be replaced, you will have AI as a tool to give you wings and to augment your output. Now, let me assure you something. You are not behind. You're actually very, very early because AI is still in its... If AI is a human, I would say it's still like a 6-month-old baby. There is still so much ahead with artificial intelligence. And the next 18 years will be the biggest window for you to get started on embracing AI. A few things I did before this workshop, I actually did go to LinkedIn and I actually searched for some careers that didn't exist before. These careers did not exist in the last 1 year. AI program lead, AI program manager, AI delivery manager, AI enablement manager, and there are 1,001 different AI roles coming up here and there. AI product owner, AI scrum master, CIO, AI business strategist, AI business analyst. There's just so much going on around the AI space. And guess what? It's just understanding how the technology works, the right tool to use, and snapping it on what you do currently. Before now, they are program managers, true or true? They are. Before now, they're delivery managers. Before now, they are enablement managers. The only difference is that some persons have learned to actually use AI tools to augment what they do currently and be able to then narrow their niche into artificial intelligence. Personally, I find this very exciting because there's just so much that can be done and so much we can grow. Now, let's quickly run through today's agenda. 1, assess the 3-pillar framework. Prioritize the specific pillar that matters for your career. We'll do a quick hands-on activity that audits the current skill you have, and then I'll give you a 90-day action plan. And I hope to do all of this within the next 30 minutes. I don't know how possible that is, but let's jump in. So the 3-pillar AI framework. Now, as a facilitator and as an AI enthusiast and as an AI expert, I know AI is wide. I know it's actually like an ocean. Good. So what I did with this framework is to condense it into 3 main pillars that you need to worry about. And your business is to focus on one pillar, one of the 3 of them. You do not need to focus on all 3 of them to get started. Eventually, you might want to, but to get started, just focus on one. Good. Now, the strategy AI, generative AI, and agentic AI. Now, strategy AI is a thinking partner, great strategy. Generative AI is content creator, creates content, and agentic AI is your automation partner. Like I said, you don't need to master all 3. You just need to know where your current role stays or starts from. So let's dig into strategy AI, the thinking partner. You use strategy AI for a few things: thinking, research, analysis, market intelligence, and decision making. So if you're in a career where you need to do lots of planning, lots of analyzing, lots of checking out data performance, identifying bottlenecks, then strategy AI is for you. If you're an analyst where you need to produce better informed recommendation based on data that you need to, dig into, this pathway is also for you. And if you are a strategic IC, which is a go-to person for strategic insight that move people from execution to vision, then this is where you need to focus on. So if you're that person that does lots of planning, forecasting, strategic planning, or gather intelligence reports, then you want to be in the strategy AI bucket. And the next one is generative AI. Generative AI is used for content creation, report generation, presentations, communication, and copywriting. So all those cute images we see online, the videos, the text, anything you see that generates social media content, that is generative AI at play. So if you are that person that in terms of copywriting, content creation, writing report, drafting proposal, doing presentation or slide decks, writing emails, right, comms manager, presentation, documentation, then this is the pillar you want to sit with. So you're a marketing role, product manager, you're in sales, you're a leadership track, all of these, you need to worry about generative AI. Then the final one, which I think my favorite, is Agentic AI, your automation partner. So what Agentic really does is building automation workflows, delegate tasks, process optimization, and let AI manage multiple complex workflows independently. So if you're an operational admin manager, or you are in automation on admin role, or you are in finance or accounting, you're HR, people ops, or you're tech, then Agentic AI is for you. And I broke this down because there are lots of tools in each of these individual tracks so that you don't go and, if you're agentic track, for example, you have no business starting with generative AI because you will get that knowledge and that knowledge will not be useful for you in the interim. It might be useful for you eventually, but in the short run, it will not be beneficial for you. And we want to make sure that you are making the best use of your time because you're very busy professionals. You have to worry about work, you have to worry about family, you have to worry about going to the gym, shopping, doing everyday things, and then you want to then add growing your career to it. So you want to make sure that you're putting your energy into what you need now, right? And thinking about this, I know for many of us when we were in secondary school or maybe college, we did algebra, we did calculus, we did biology, we did Greek, we did Yoruba, we did CRK, and they'll tell you, learn this just in case. Good. As adults, you don't do just in case learning, you do just in time. So whatever it is we are learning now, things are knowledge base that we can use it, literally use it tomorrow. You don't need to wait until next week to start using it. And that's what you need to, the mindset you need to have with AI. And so what I need you to do is identify which track you are. And I want you to put it in the chat box. From what we've covered so far, which of this track do you think sound more like you? Would you say is the strategy AI track, generative AI track, or agentic AI track? Because this will determine what we will do next, especially when we get into ChatGPT and we start prompting. Now, I'm going to just zoom this in a teeny bit. Hopefully, hold on a second. I should be okay. It's not allowing me, so I'm just going to leave it that way. So now for strategy AI, what it does for you really, it keeps you from being commoditized because you are not just thinking, you are also executing. You are like a thinking partner. And this is one of the biggest skills in the market right now because AI knows everything. Good. You cannot outsmart, outthink, outperform AI when it comes to strategy. So if you're already a person that does strategy, what you want to then do is get AI to be your partner so that you're running your strategy through AI and is improving your output. Good. For generative AI, pretty much the same thing. You cannot outperform content creation, image generation, video creation with generative. You cannot outperform an AI when it comes to creating content. Irrespective of whether you are very good at creating slide decks, you're very good at creating spreadsheets, you literally with a prompt, I built my entire slide deck in 5 minutes, in 3 minutes using the prompt. Ideally, it's taken me at least 3 days. So there is no way if you are learning how to do generative AI tools, it makes you more efficient and productive. It makes you do a lot more with less effort. And for the agentic AI, it frees up your time. You want to follow up, you want to change, you want to send out invoices, you want to ask the invoice that you sent 2 weeks ago to ask the client to follow up. It can do all of those for you. So it frees up your time to do high value work that cannot be automated. I should mention quickly, the professionals will thrive between 2026 and 2030 are professionals that master all of these three, but in a priority sequence. And sequences really, really matter. I know the question you will be asking, Kobe, okay, which pillar should I master first, right? Because not all pillars are equal. Now, let me say this quickly. There is no a right or wrong pillar to get started with. What is right is what is relevant, is what you need to get started with based on your current role. So the 3 questions is, 1, what's your current role and responsibility? Second, what are your career goals in the next 2 to 3 years? Third, what is your industry AI adoption stage? And I'm going to leave you to sit with this question for a while, because if, say, I'm an accountant, maybe I'm FCA certified or I have an ACCA, I will not be on the same track with someone that is a content creation manager or a social media manager, for example. Good. Because whether we like it or not, we've seen the social media page managers to create content for Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and LinkedIn. However, an accountant will need some tools that can help them improve their productivity in terms of creating better informed decision, maybe in building, I don't know so much about accounting, you probably can tell, creating spreadsheets, editing the spreadsheets, checking out numbers, building like P&L statements and the likes. A content creator will need tools that can help them improve their email marketing campaign, send out better targeted emails, run better ads that is optimized for social media, or even create basic content on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever platform they are on. So the question, as I said, is what's your current role and what are your career aspirations? I'm really excited when I saw somebody in the chat that did say, oh yeah, in the next 3 years, I want to actually become an AI expert. Because interestingly, that will be something that will continually be in demand in the next couple of years. I'm taking a quick look at the chat and I'm seeing there are loads of questions. I will just leave the questions until I get to the end of this, because I really want us to take a break and do an actual exercise on ChatGPT, and subsequently we can then take questions afterwards. So if your goal is promotion, or your goal is career transition, or your goal is just to build expertise, there is a place for you. So, if possible, I'd like to take a photo of this and actually keep it, because it's something I feel you need to have reference to again and again. Hopefully the slides will also be shared to you guys. But if your goal is promotion and your focus on strategy AI, then you want to prioritize that because it's really, really important. And then you don't have no business with generative AI and no business with agentic AI. If, on the other hand, your goal is career transition and you want to focus and your track is generative AI, then you want to focus on the generative AI and just keep learning new skills. The only challenge with that, because there's a very massive chain in generative AI space, you can't get distracted, but there's a lot to learn. And if your goal is to build expertise and you're on the agentic AI track, that is like gold, because lots of people will run away from this because it is a lot more technical to learn. And it's also the learning curve is also a lot steeper than with strategy AI and generative AI. I just give you one hack. So if you really want to be that person that'll be highly paid and highly hot in demand, agentic AI will be where to go. Three real examples of three real individuals just like you. Sarah, senior IC. IC is individual contributor. That is what she does on the leadership track. She started in her career as a content creator, and she eventually grew into project management. And she prioritized strategy AI because what she does was going to be was a strategic advisor. And she got promotion in 18 months because she aided the organization in decision making. Marcus, mid-level manager, executive track, started an operation with manual processing, but because he already understood processing, he was able to take the process idea and bring it into agentic AI, because with AI agent, you need to build workflow and processes as well. What was the outcome? He was able to automate 60% of his team's workload, and his team shipped 3 times faster than they used to. Naturally increased the team's productivity by 37% and also got promoted. Elena, content authority track. She prioritized generative AI. She became a thought leader in her space, wrote 10 articles every month, and became an expert. And I'm saying this because there are some of you here that the only business you have with AI might not be necessarily to grow work. It might actually be to help you grow your own personal brand. And you can totally do that, just like Elena did. That is exactly what Elena did. And if she can do it, so can you. So your AI progression ladder within the next 5 years should look like this. Foundational bits. First, start with whatever priority pillar you are on. It could be agentic, it can be generative, or it can be strategy AI. Priority number 1, start with that. And then move into mastery by 2027. Become an AI expert in that field. Start talking about it on LinkedIn. Start talking a lot about what you're learning. Don't wait to become the expert before you become the expert. When you're learning, put it out there. As a matter of fact, at the end of this workshop, one of the things I encourage you to do is to actually say, oh, I just got out of this workshop by BYP. I learned this. Tag BYP, tag me on LinkedIn, tag me on Instagram. I'd like to repost. Because that is how people start knowing that you are actually learning. You are AI curious. You're challenging yourself. You're expanding your influence. You're expanding your thinking. And everyone wants someone that is knowledgeable about AI in their corner these days. In case no one told you, I'm giving you tea right now. Then you want to move into, of course, advanced leverage, which is you want to not just get to start showing results, but then you also want to start impacting your organization AI strategy. Because guess what? Whether organization is adopting AI now or later, when it's time for them to adopt, the first people that they'll be trying to identify are people that already started using AI. And who are they going to reach out to? That person will be you. But they can only do that if you start talking about it now. Because if you don't talk about it and they don't know you do that, how will they know you are the AI person? Or how will they know you are the AI guy or the AI lady if you're not talking about it? So start being very visible. Start talking about everything you're learning from day one. Now, how do you choose your first pillar? Strategy AI is for you if you want to move into leadership. If you're that person that you want to get into C-suite, you want to be executive, you want to become a strategic advisor, and you're very good at analysis, research, planning, then strategy AI is for you. And strategy AI is not for everybody. If you are very good at strategy, you will know you are good at strategy. Personally, I'm very good at strategy, and I know strategy AI is one of my biggest bread and butter. And generative AI is for you if you want to increase your output and efficiency and you are in communication, marketing, sales, or content. Strategy AI is for you. And you can start small and get really quick wins immediately. You don't even need to overstretch yourself. With just one or two really good tools, ChatGPT, basically, you can get really good output. And then finally, Agentic AI. Agentic AI is for you if you want to automate work and scale your impact. You're currently managing processes, workflows, or repetitive tasks, and you want the biggest career differentiation. So which plan resonates the most with you? I'm going to pick out one person from the chat, and we're going to do in real time, we're going to build out what that would look like for them. Ayo, if you can actually pop in if you can share the workbook I shared with you, if you can pop that in chat, that would be great at this point. I think I have it here. Let me change. Okay, so I have it here on my screen as well. So this is pretty much your workbook for today. And you can see the prompts are here. So all I'm going to do is just copy this prompt and we're going to just post it in ChatGPT. So what I want one person to do in the chat was tell me, who are you? I don't need your name. I am a content creator. I'm a project manager in the food industry. I'm looking to advance my career into blank. I will pop this in. Can I pop in chat? I don't think I can. Anyways, if you can pop that in chat, I was hoping. Thank you very much. So use that link. I was hoping I could pop in chat this particular line just to see if I can get. Okay, yes, I can. Okay, so I popped that into chat. So if you can just copy that, I just need you to put in your job title, your industry, so I can actually run it. Okay, so Natasha is the one that I'm going to pick her quickly. I'm a curriculum lead and quantity assurance in education. Okay, I'm going to pick that. So what I'm going to do now is, the next thing is, what are you looking to do? Are you looking to advance your career? Or are you looking at, what's the next thing for you, Natasha? Because it's also important for you to give me that line. It says, so I'm just going to copy this line here quickly. And I'm going to pop it right there back to you. So if you can just fill that, Natasha, and send it back, then I will go to ChatGPT and we are going to quickly run that audit. And I should say, this works, of course, in free ChatGPT, but don't burn yourself out if you don't have ChatGPT. If you're using Gemini, if you're using Claude, whichever one you like, whichever rocks your boat, works as well. So Natasha, I am waiting to get that feedback from you really, really quickly. Once I get that feedback, we will start the audit in real time. It's not going to take longer than 5 minutes. Then after the audit, we wrap this up, then we will take Q&A. So for those of you that will be doing this in the replay, or those of you that don't have access to like phones or devices to do this, this is the simple step. Open ChatGPT, copy the audit prompt from your workbook, paste into chat, answer the 5 simple questions about your role, goals, and current AI usage, and then ChatGPT will generate your personalized AI audit in 30 seconds. Okay, so I'm not hearing from Natasha. Can someone else please take that for me? So if you can just fill out exactly the prompt I put in. Yes, you can use Copilot for it as well. The tool doesn't matter. AI is very tool agnostic. It doesn't matter what tool you use, just get started. So as I said, if you can just I just need the first person to do that. Fill up that text for me. So Jill said, French native, what do you add to the prompt to get it right? And says, copy that prompt, put it in ChatGPT, say to translate it into French for you. Perfect. It will give you a perfect translation, and then you follow the exact same prompt. You could take the documents, download it, pop it into ChatGPT, tell it to translate it to English for you, or whatever language, Spanish, Portuguese. It will give you the tea. ChatGPT doesn't discriminate. So I'm still waiting for someone to give me an actual prompt to use. I can't see anyone. I'm just going to use a random person. Good. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead to just okay, I'm just going to go ahead to use Natasha, and I will just go ahead to put in very random prompt because I really do not know. I don't think I have so much information about Natasha to actually do this. However, because just so that we make the best use of our time, I'm going to go ahead regardless. Okay, thank you, Julia. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's so helpful. So it's going to ask you a few questions, Julia. I need you to be on standby. So, Julia, I'm going to unmute you in a minute. Just give me a second to finish copying out exactly what you have. Okay, so what can you see? Can you see my ChatGPT screen? Is that what you can see? If you can give me that heads up.
Yes, we can.
Cool. Thank you very much. So what I'm doing is I've pasted that there. I'm an administrator and consultant. I'm just going to read it out there. So what you're asking ChatGPT to do is help me audit my strategy by listing the top 5 strategy AI capabilities I should have for my role and career goals. So Julia has said that she's an administrative consultant and she's looking to advance her career to support her work. So she's not looking for promotion, just want career advancement, which I think is fine. Good. So what we are going to do now is just go there and then just send that to ChatGPT and allow it to, I think ChatGPT is a girl. Sorry, guys. So, and allow her to just say what she has to say. So she's saying, AI, number 1 is process automation and workflow design. And it said, what you can do at your role, Julia, is to use AI to map, streamline, and automate repetitive admin and project workflows. Why does this matter for you? Hydraulic consulting involves proposal, reports, scheduling, compliance, and stuff. Now, correct me, I honestly do not know so much about hydraulic consulting. My background is in marketing and now in AI enablement. Does this sound like you? Does it sound like what you do, Julia? I need that feedback from you to proceed. Is Julia there? Julia, your co-host, I believe you can unmute yourself. Okay, so let's see. Yes, it does. Okay, great. Thank you very much for giving me that confirmation because I said I do not know so much about hydraulic. I honestly haven't heard about hydraulic consulting before, I kid you not. But it also tells you what AI capability you need, data interpretation for decision and support, and pretty much it involves using AI to analyze project data, timeline, costs. And then the other AI capabilities, AI assisted technical communication. Don't even know what that is, but what it says you can do is use AI to draft, refine, and structure report proposals and client communication. It says why it matters to you, the career impact, and the skill assessment questions, right? So now here's the question. Do you actually draft reports or proposal currently? Can you simplify the technical language for clients? Do you understand the structure of consulting reports? Because all of these assessments would help you unpack exactly what you need to do. The next capability, AI tool integration for project delivery, selecting and using the right AI tools across project lifecycle. And I think this is really, really powerful because you will not be the only person involved in project delivery in your organization. There'll be many of you, but you will be the person that will be able to, they will refer to when they need to identify the best AI tools to use on the project. Good. So why this matters for you is that consulting firm are adopting AI slowly. If you lead tool adoption, you become a change driver. So this is more of a change management work than actually project management. So you're going from hydraulic consulting to actually change management and actually AI enablement, but within the project management space, specifically hydraulic consulting specifically. Good. AI capability number 5, strategic thinking with AI. Using AI to improve how the business operates. It also talks about why it matters for you. Now, the 2 top skill gaps based on your current role is 1, you may be using AI tools, but not be thinking in terms of system or business impact and what you need to fix. Start linking every AI tool to time save, cost reduce, or output improve. And for a project manager, this is a non-negotiable. 2, workflow automation ownership. You already probably execute workflows, but you might not design and optimize them. What you want to do is start mapping out one process weekly and improving it with AI or automation. So, Julia, I hope I'm not murdering your name. What are your thoughts? Does this sound like something that would help you?
Yes, that is my idea. I start using AI because of that. I'm trying to improve the workflow I have because it's getting too much. So I'm trying to improve the process so I can do other things.
Amazing.
Right now I'm in HR and accounting, so I need to have a better workflow working.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that. So what I need you to do really is, in each of the AI capability, there are like 5 questions. Good?
Yes.
What you need to know exactly how to map out your workflows and exactly how to know where to start is to answer each of these questions. Good? And each of these questions will be different for each individual. So answer all of these questions. Answer all of these questions as well, and then answer each and every one of them. By the time you are done with that, you would have an entire full roadmap to actually get started with. Good? Okay. Now, let me quickly go back to not this one. Good. This is what I want. So now this is the what we've just done currently is for strategy AI audit. Good. So what I need you to do, of course, is to pick out one of the 3 of them. It might not be relevant to you. Pick out the ones that you feel, okay, based on what I am doing, this is the audit, this is the track I want to be on. Copy this, paste this in ChatGPT, then use that, answer all the questions. Unfortunately, you cannot not answer the questions. You cannot bypass this. You cannot jump and pass. No, you have to go through it. You need to answer all the questions because that is the only way you would know exactly where to prioritize or where to get started with. Good. I thought to put that in because there are some of us that will want to be, can I not just do it? No, you have to do it. I don't expect you to do everything in class because I know there's a lot to cover, right? Even with Jules, we didn't do everything. However, I also know that if we just go to ChatGPT and say, now this is a very high level, based on this, give me a 90-day roadmap to grow my career. You can put in your goal to be promoted, whatever, and just click on send. It will tell you exactly what to do day by day, month by month for the next 90 days. You can see what it's doing. It's telling you map out 3 workflows, introduce AI to daily tasks, identify one-time leaks, fix it, the phase 2, 30. So it's giving you specific what to do. But of course, this is based on Jules. Good. It will be different based on each and every one. Okay, I'm going to take a pause to take questions at this point because I know I've covered a lot of content and I also am aware that we have about 20 more minutes. Okay, so do we have questions at this point? Natasha, you came. I'm going to run. I'm just while I'm taking questions. I'm going to just run your post through because I know you're the first person that actually dropped. I also know you left. You were kicked out of the meeting. I acknowledge that because I saw where you joined back. Does anyone? I know I have missed questions. Did I miss any questions? Okay. I'm taking a break now to take questions. If I don't get any questions, I'm going to go right back into teaching, then come to the end and take questions again. So what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to go back here. I'm going to start a new chart and I'm just going to pop in Natasha's profile right there to see exactly what it's giving us. So the exact same thing. So it's giving us the 5 AI capabilities, AI strategy for decision making, AI-driven curriculum design. I think that's amazing. AI for operational efficiency, AI for stakeholder communication, AI strategy and implementation leadership, and your potential skill gap as well. System level thinking with AI. You are strong in curriculum. You need to show impact across the whole organization. So it's not just about, okay, I'm doing this for myself or for my team or for my department. How does that impact the entire organization? Because AI is never a bottom-up approach. It's always a top-to-bottom. The C-suite exec, the CEO, the decision maker need to see that you are actually impacted the organization with what you're building. That is how you get noticed. That is how they say, okay, if this is working for you, come and train the other people on exactly how you're doing it. That's how you level up. Good. The other thing is AI leadership, not just usage. Using AI is good. Leading AI adoption is what gets you promoted. I think I said that a bit too quickly, right? You need to adopt it and then show that you're adopting it. And then your 90-day career roadmap, it's giving you that as well. What exactly you want to do in the next 90 days. I'll share this link in chat so that you guys can have access to it, and you can actually make the best of it. Where is my chat board? Okay, so one question in chat. It says, what's the best course to get started in learning AI? Good question, Patel, but I will say run through the modules, run through the exact framework I just sent you, which is identify where your gaps are, identify where you want to go to, identify where the challenges are, then ask ChatGPT to recommend courses. Because if I say go and do this course on Coursera or go and do this course here, it might cost you money, but the outputs might not be aligned with what you want. Remember what I said earlier? We are not saying just in case what I need. With AI, it's such a robust and such a massive sea of content to learn and things to cover that I do not recommend anything to you without knowing exactly where you're going. Good. What I'll recommend, however, is that run through this exact audits I just gave you and then tell AI. AI will tell you, here's where you're going, here's the gaps you have. Then tell it to recommend courses based on my gaps. And it will then give you the best courses for you that you need at this time. Good. Denisla asks, how can I use AI to stay ahead in an administrative role which is very operational? Exact same thing I just said. Run through the audits. Good. Run through the audits, and then it will tell you that, okay, this is my role. This is what my everyday, these are things I do in my everyday life. And you know what? I'm just going to do something really quickly. I'm going to take this exact question you just asked. Hopefully I'm still sharing my comment screen. Good. And I'm just going to ask this question. So you see exactly how that works. I'm going to go ahead and just ask that question and say, how can I stay ahead in my administrative role? Just ask it. And it will tell you exactly what to do. It says, first, reframe your role. Most admins role react. You want to anticipate, right? And it tells you 5 high impact ways you can use AI in an operational role. Look, I love AI, but I can never know as much as it. So go ahead, run through the audits, and then ask you that same question. Good. Mohammed, I'm a consultant for management system. Can I convert to AI consulting with this background or just integrate with existing role? Go for it, Mohammed. If you're already a consultant, it means you already have a lot of strategy experience. It means you already know how to teach. You already have enablement. You're already in the room with decision makers. You know how to get an idea, unpack it, and put it back together. So 100% go into AI consulting, 100%. That's what I did. I consulted what I've done for such a long time. So with AI, it was actually a lot easier for me to make the pivot really, really quickly. Of course, start with getting the knowledge and then move on into, what's it called? And then move on into learning the skills and then transition. So transition slowly. That's what I did. It took me about 2 years to make the full pivot from marketing to artificial intelligence. But all the while I was learning, doing lots of certifications, building capacity. So what I can do for you, Mohammed, if you want, I will send you the exact courses I did. If you want to be a consultant, this is my Instagram handle. Just DM me the word, I don't know, what do you want to DM me? Maybe BYP, yeah. DM me the word BYP. And I will send you the course that I did on Instagram. Instagram is a platform I'm a lot more active on than any other platform. Good. So do that. Okay. So there are no more questions. So I'm going to go back to my deck and then wrap this up really, really quickly. I should say, grab your hand on this tool. Do not take it for granted. These are really, really amazing tools. Run the prompt so that you know exactly what to do with yourself. Now, the next 90 days, what I need you to do is 1, commit 5 to 7 hours per week. First thing to do first is run through the exacts. Go through the audits. You cannot outperform that. You cannot go around it. You have to go through it. Go through the audits, run the audits, and then you don't even have 5 to 7 hours per week in learning the basics and then using your AI tools. Experiment with tools. Some tools you will like, some tools you wouldn't like. There are lots of tools out there. Gems, there's Copilot, there's ChatGPT, there's DeepSeek, there's Claude. I use all of them. I love few. Find the ones that you feel you're comfortable with and then stay there. You would spend some money on premium tools, but you just tell yourself it's an investment. And then complete your AI from scratch project. You need to start showing your project and talk about your project. I will never stop about you talking about what you're doing, because that is the tea, really. Month 2, start applying AI to your day-to-day work. And then show it to your manager. Say, okay, here's what I'm working on. Here's what I've done AI this week. That's actually how I grow my superpowers. I'll build some agent and tell my manager, oh, look at what I did. And they go, what? You can do that? What? I'm like, yes, I did that. And then slowly, people start seeing your work, apply it to your everyday life, and then start getting really advanced in your techniques. You can't go from 0 to 1,000. Start from 0 and then build to 10 to 20 to 50 to 100. Good. Now, how would we know if you're now an AI buddy? First, you can create a full content suite. You can lead a content suite in your organization. You can create a month's worth of high quality marketing content. And then you can present it to your team confident. You can defend anything they bring at you. How do we know you're a buddy if you're in the agentic AI track? You can automate an entire workflow, and then you have freed up time for yourself, for your team, for your entire organization, for higher value work. And then most importantly, you can document the process so that even if you go on annual leave, even if you go on holiday, it can be replicated while you're not there. On the strategy AI track, we know you are a buddy when you can deliver strategic analysis that influences a key business decision recognized by leadership. So remember, AI is not a passive approach. Not one of those things you do at the back and then hope people see it. No. Now let's talk about 5 mistakes you can make that will prevent you getting upskilling with AI. You absolutely avoid it. Number 1, trying to master all 3 pillars at once. You're setting up yourself up for failure because you cannot. Can you drive 2 cars at the same time? No. Drive 1, master it, get very good at it, and then slowly find how others can augment what you're doing currently. If not, you will fail. Secondly, learning without doing. Said this again and again. AI is not passive. As you're learning, you talk about. Can you learn how to drive by watching YouTube video? Perhaps. But can you build mastery by watching YouTube video? No. You need to get on the road, get started. Maybe bash your car a few times, scream it, and then get on the road again and again, and then you build mastery. The exact same thing with artificial intelligence. You need to learn by doing. Watching videos is not going to save you on this one. You can't put your AirPods on and be walking around and say, my video is off, I'm learning. No, you will need to learn and you need to get yourself involved and get your hands dirty. Third, not measuring impact. You need to measure impact. You can't stay motivated without seeing results because AI will mess up your head. You get hallucination, you get AI slop, you get lots of frustration. But when you can actually measure your results, I'm working on this for 1 week. It looks like nothing is changing. However, I can see XYZ. That will keep you going. 4, keeping AI success private. Hello. We need to see what you're building. We need to see your AI project. Talk about on your WhatsApp, talk about it on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, everywhere. People need to start knowing that you are the AI experts that you actually think you are. And then finally, giving up really quickly. Many of us will try it and say, please, I'm tired of this AI thing. Please, it's not for me. It is for you. I dare say. You just need to not give up. You need to keep going. I always say, join a community that are learning AI. I have a community, GPT Club. Feel free to join if you want. I'll still share a bit how to join towards the end of this class. And then, pretty much. So these are the essentials of everything. And if you want me to coach you for the next 6 months, I said, join the GPT Club. It is free until April 1st. AI implementation is what we do. When you're building your AI project, you're doing your trial and error, feel free to post in the community. We'll share our feedback. We need to laugh at you if we have to, but we'll also keep cheering you on and keep you going. Now, who wants to know how to join the GPT Club? It's very, very straightforward. You can scan the QR code on screen, or you can just share. I'll pop the link in chat. But if all else fails, go to my Instagram and comment club under any post on my Instagram and you get the link to join. Now, let me say it to you really quickly. The GPT Club is £37 a month, but it is free until the 1st of April. Good. So if you want to join between now and then, feel free to join. And that's it. I'm going to take really questions. I think we're just 1 minute away from our time. I would also pop the link in chat. Okay. Questions. Hey, Mohammed, it's good to see you. Hey. Okay, so that's the link to join the GPT Club. I said it's free to join until the 1st of April, which I think is in a few days. This is what the landing page looks like. If you just click here to join, just go ahead and overwrite that. You can join for free. And if all else fails, go to my Instagram. It's my name, Padebi Ojomo, and just comment under any posts. You get the link to join. And all of these are AI generated photos, by the way. AI. Everything here is AI. I would not be talking about AI if I don't use it, right? So I am shamelessly an AI enthusiast. Ike said, how can you stay focused? Very good question, Eileen. But you see, the thing about AI is this, right? There's a lot to take in. And that's why I said follow the roadmap, right? The way you can stay focused is by following the roadmap. There are many news about AI that comes out every day. I do not listen to it. I'm like, that's not my priority right now, is this, and I'm focusing on one thing. Good. It would help you to set goals. If you set your goals, it will be easier for you to say, okay, I'm focusing just on my goal. Even if there are 25 other tools, let me master one first, and then I can then go into other ones. So set goals, and if possible, get an accountability partner. That would help you a great deal. AK also said, Mohammed, I'm not sure I get your question. I just saw workbook, please. So if you can just add that again, that would be great. When you start prompting, I find I can get overwhelmed with all the to-dos. How can I best stay focused? Exact same thing I just said. And I'm going to say something really quickly to you, EK. The problem with your prompting, giving you more work to do, is that you don't prompt it right. Good. The first thing I'd say when you join the club is prompt engineering. You need to learn how to write the right prompt so that your prompt stays on point, it stays focused. And you also need to understand that not everything ChatGPT will say to you will be right, or what AI to you, not everything it says to you will be right. So you need to be able to kind of just say, no, you are going off track, come back here, because ChatGPT can take you on a it can take you totally take you off track. So you need to be able to tell ChatGPT, no, that's not what I spoke about. This is what I said. I need you to go back here. You need to be able to do that with ChatGPT as well. But your ability to do that is based on how you prompt. Good? I hope I'm able to answer your question. Chloe, I'm program manager. I want to do some course in AI. I'm ready to do technical integration. Which course best to start? The ones mentioned, looking for ideally accredited one. And I'm going to throw in a very blanket course. AI for Everyone is a good one because it's by Andrew Ng. Andrew Ng is like one of the godfathers of AI. It's on Coursera. Coursera has lots of good AI courses. However, I would not say do that. I would say the same thing. Go through the audits and say what your goals are. Let it recommend courses for you, because there are lots of really good AI courses out there. I've done some courses that are $97 and are really cheap, and are better quality than the one I paid $5,000 for. I've spent $15,000 on AI course and certifications, and I didn't really get value. It's the cheap ones. As I said, if you want me to send you my entire course stack, DM me BYP on Instagram, and I'll send you the course stack for certification. If you want to become a consultant or a strategist like myself, I'm happy to do that. I don't gatekeep. As a matter of fact, if you go to my Instagram, you'll probably even see it there. If you go to my Instagram and go to About Me and scroll to the end, because I put all my certifications on Instagram, like you can't even outsmart me, because I'm always ready. So if you go to the end of here, you should be able to see all the certifications I've done. This is digital marketing. These are my Facebook ones. So you can start seeing like from these ones here. So you see all the ones I've done. So this is the one AI for Everyone I just spoke about, for example. So if you go there, you would see it. But if all else fails, DM me the word BYP, and then I'll send you the link to the ones I actually did. Titilayos, thank you. You're very welcome. Julia and the club, do you have access to courses based on choosing pillars? No, you don't, because they're getting our own courses. I am not a course expert. All I can do is just support you with your everyday running and tools and strategy. We have one workshop every week, and that's what I support with. I cannot recommend courses, unfortunately. That's the job of ChatGPT. Don't give me the work. I can't deliver on that. What advice would you give someone to avoid getting scammed about AI? All of me is a mindset thing. If you think you're going to get scammed, you're going to get scammed. Right? This scam conversion comes up a lot. If you have never been scammed, I have paid for courses. I didn't get my money worth. However, I learned one thing. And that's why I tell myself, I'm going into this course. Even if I don't get my money worth, even if I learn just one new thing, I'm telling myself that's what I paid for. And that one new thing, I will make my money back based on what I learned. So it's more of a mindset. I don't go into thinking about, I don't even think like that. So unfortunately, I'm the wrong person to answer that question. I don't get scammed. I don't believe in scamming. I know scammers exist, but my mindset is, even if you scam me, I'm learning a lesson and moving on from it. You're welcome, AK. I don't have IG. Do the same thing on LinkedIn, Titilayo. It's fine. In your opinion, what's the single most important step professionals should take today to the relevance in an AI-driven world? Stay curious. The single most important thing you need to do is stay curious, because if you're curious, then you are open to learn. Yeah, because with AI, It's very volatile, very uncertain, very ambiguous. But if you're very curious, then you wouldn't feel you wouldn't be be thrown off your feet when there's something new. And we are still in the very early days of AI. Many things are still going to change. Things are still going to get very, very disruptive. Good. We won't see robots living in people's houses. You see robot doing things like doing your chores. We already have robots, robot cleaners, robot sweepers, robot hoovers currently. You will see robots, you'll be able to say, oh, okay, I need you to prepare me a dinner. And then robots will go into your kitchen to do that. There are robots already living in people's houses as their house help. So robots will eventually replace your gate man, your car wash, so much. But if you stay curious, you will be able to know exactly when to plug in and when to make the best of it. So for me, the single and most important thing you need to do is be curious. Mohammed, your membership is pending. Stay out there. We'll let you in shortly. My LinkedIn, I'll post my LinkedIn in a minute. I just posted my Instagram. I'm also going to post my LinkedIn in a minute. And yeah, that's it, guys. Now, I should say quickly, I would not honor, the only question I'm going to honor in my inbox is if you ask me about certification track. I'm not going to honor I'm not going to honor questions in my inbox. Okay? I'm not telling you that. So you say I'm saying it to you right now. Ask me a question here live in class. I would not answer questions if you send it to me. If you're in the community, maybe not. I don't know. I have an entire team that runs the community with me. But I would not answer personal questions in my inbox. It is a lot of work to do that, and I cannot commit, unfortunately. You're welcome, Veronica. I am glad you got value. As I said, I need you to not be passive about this. I need you to share one thing what is one thing you're taking home with you? One thing. I don't need two things. What is one thing you're taking home with you from these events that, like, okay, I'm living with this? You don't need two, just need one. And I need you not just write about this here, put it in chat one, so somebody post it on LinkedIn. I just got out of this session with BYP. Here's what I learned. Here's the facilitator. Here's the coach. Here's one thing I learned and I'm running with. Just one thing. Do you know why? Because we are not building in secret. We are building in public, right? I don't know if you're a Christian, but the Bible says you're the light of the world. Good. So we need to start seeing what you're doing, and it starts from tonight. AI will do you lots of good. AI will disrupt the industry, but AI would also not leave you behind if you stay curious and if you do it in public. Good. The time that I was able to consider my pathway and why, that's amazing. That's a huge one, but lots of people still don't know their pathways. And I know lots of people also do not know their why. So well done, Natasha. Okay, thanks, Aya. Over to you. I think I'm done.
Yeah, thank you so much, Padebi, and everyone for joining us. This was such an insightful and very practical session as well. Just as Padebi had already, mentioned, visibility is key. 1,000 skills minus visibility equals to 0. Please share your insights, your takeaway. On LinkedIn, tag Padebi, tag BYP Network. Let people see what you're doing. No matter how little it is, it's going to go a long way. All right. So yes. Thank you all once again for joining us this evening, and we hope that you are leaving with insightful and actionable steps for you to take in your career that would be impactful for you in the next 5 years, basically. But this was such an amazing, amazing, amazing session, and we love your energy. We love your energy, everyone, and Padebi as well. So thank you so much for joining us. So we really look forward to having you in our next session. I probably will bring Padebi back as well. So thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Yeah, take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Ho. Do not forget to tag BYP and Padebi when you share your key takeaways, please. All right, everyone. Have a lovely evening. Bye.